Multiple myeloma is a rare bone marrow cancer which affects 30,000 people in the United States on a yearly basis. One in every five patients diagnosed with multiple myeloma in the United States is African American. By 2034, it is estimated that African Americans will make up roughly 24% of the newly diagnosed myeloma population. Black Americans are not only at double the risk of white Americans for multiple myeloma, but also develop it about 5 to 10 years earlier.
You know, I finish strong. Like I say every day, you don't got to do what I'm doing, but you got to do something. Why not? Try 10 with me. Time invested to health every day. It's your life.
Welcome back to Hidden Parts of the Podcast. I'm Sean Monet. And in honor of cancer awareness, this episode is really special, near and dear to me. We're going to talk about a specific cancer by the name of multiple myeloma. It's a cancer that attacks the white blood cells that are found in your bone marrow. Today, my special guest is my friend, Charles McGee. He has a lot to discuss on this topic, and I'm excited to have him here. Welcome, Charles.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you for accepting the invitation to come and talk to me. I know this has just been a long 6 months for you,
Yes.
and I'd like to hear from you what you've been going through.
Um, well, it all started about March. In March, I was doing my everyday workout at Lake Montebello, and I bruised my sternum, and I went to go get it checked out. And as I was healing from that, like a week later, I started feeling a pain in my back, and so I went back to my primary, and I'm saying my chest is healing, but I'm feeling some pain in my back. She tells me, well, just don't, take a break from working out. Don't do so much pushing and pulling. I continue to work out. I just cut back on the push-ups and pull-ups. And as each week that went by, I kept feeling the pain wasn't going away. It was actually increasing. And so each week, as from March, probably 15th, 16th, every week, at least twice a week, I'm going to either my primary or the emergency room. And they doing the same thing. I guess since COVID, everything changed, where all they do now is draw your blood. No matter what you say was wrong, they just take your blood. So they kept taking my blood, and once they gave me a call and said, everything's fine. They told me your white blood cell count is low. So I'm like, what did that mean? So I'm the wrong thing to do.
Dr. Google.
Google is telling me everything except what I should know. So I'm really stressing now because Google, the stuff that it said in there, I'm dying, right? So I April, got to like April 22nd, I was doing my workout, and the pain in my back was excruciating. So I couldn't finish my workout. And so I wrapped up there, went home, took a shower, got to work, and pain was excruciating to where I have to leave work. I'm saying I'm done. I have to. So I go to leave out of my job. My sister's there outside, and she's like, I just came to check on you. And I said, I'm on my way to the hospital. And she said, all right, I'm going to follow you. I get to the hospital, and I'm telling her, they've been pulling my blood, drawing my blood, and not giving me any answers for the last month. I cannot leave. I cannot go in here and just get my blood drawn. So she like, well, we going to get something done. So we in there. They ready to pull my blood again. And I'm saying, no, yeah, listen, my back is just, it feel like my rib is separated from my back. Like, please, somebody touch my back. I'm screaming at the doctors. And one doctor's like, I remember you've been coming here for the last month. Like, what's wrong? And I'm saying, my back is something going on. She said, I'm going to give you a CAT scan right now. Gave me a CAT scan. And, well, she came back and said, well, it's not none of the stuff you Googled, which I was stressed about. And she said, you have advanced stage 3 multiple myeloma. And it didn't really register at all. It was like, what? Like me? Me? Like cancer? You know, like I was just doing a handstand push-ups on a picket fence. Like I was just doing flying push-ups. Like what are you talking about? And I left out of the emergency room, and I actually went to Minnesota the next day. I was like in disbelief for real. And I went to Minnesota to do the playoffs. By the end of the game, my legs stopped working. Like I was literally dragging my leg. I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain I couldn't even lay down in my bed that night. And by the morning, on my way to I got to the airport, and I couldn't get out of the car. Like literally, I couldn't walk. And I didn't know what was going on. So I got wheelchair access, and got me through the airport, onto the flight. I made it home. My brother picked me up, and I don't know if I like just willpower like made it into the house, and just try. I don't know what I was doing, but I was just trying to be home. But the pain was so excruciating that my brother had to call an ambulance because I couldn't lay down, and I just couldn't get comfortable. So the ambulance came pick me up, and so this is the 25th I'm at the hospital. It's 3 days from when they told me, and the doctors came in, and I told him I had just been diagnosed with multiple myeloma, and from the CAT scans and stuff that they did that night, they found out that one of my vertebrae was crushed. So I had to stay in the they told me I had to stay in the hospital. The 27th, I started chemo and radiation. And that was literally 5 days.
You had to start treatment within 5 days of all of this happening, of you finding out.
22nd, I started chemo on the 27th and radiation. And I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk without a walker. Getting up was excruciating. Everything was excruciating.
So you're in pain and you're trying to accept the fact that you've been diagnosed with this multiple myeloma. Did they give you any information about what multiple myeloma was, or they just handed you a diagnosis and left it up to you to kind of figure it out?
That's exactly what it was. It was they told me the diagnosis, and it was like I was Googling and reading as much as I could, but that was really after I got to the hospital, because from the time they told me, it wasn't no acceptance. I wasn't like, hey, I got cancer. Like, no, I didn't tell anybody. I went and I didn't even get a chance to tell my kids before I was in the hospital. I mean, it literally was like a diagnosis, and then everything just hit like the next couple of days, within 5 days. And you talking to somebody who worked out every day for the last 5 years.
You worked out every day for the last 5 years, and you went to your regular doctor's appointments, right?
And I went to regular doctor's appointments for anything that was wrong with me. I would go to the hospital or to my doctor. So, like, there was never, hey, there's a lump here, or something's off. Let's see what this is. It was no stage 1, 2, or and so myeloma is 3 stages. They told me I'm advanced stage 3 multiple myeloma. So I'm saying, like, well, what's the next stage?
That's what I was about to ask you.
The next stage is death. So
So are you saying that radiation won't cure this?
it will never be gone completely.
So how long? So you've been having radiation for the last 6 months?
I've finished radiation in May.
In May.
Like May, at the beginning of June. Yeah, and I've been getting chemo for the last 6 months, 5 months. It's April, May, June, July, August, yeah, September. It's not been 6 months yet.
So do they offer any like support groups or anything like that?
They do offer support groups. But what I can say, I've been blessed with. I have great support from my family, which is my sister Glory, and my brother Anthony, who's been there. They've been there like every day. My sister, she's been amazing, and I have a great support team from my Thai 10, my workout crew. While I was in the hospital, they showed up every day. when one was leaving and two was coming, like all
Yeah.
day long, every day. So I definitely had a lot of support from them, and a lot of support online, people reaching out. Um, and
So you have had just a regular life like anybody else until you found out about this. What personally, like, what have you been going through and how have you been feeling? Like, what are you focusing on to just keep you so strong? Because you seem like you are a pillar of strength. I'm amazed by you, especially now that I've listened to what you just said. Like, how are you doing it?
um, uh, I get the strength from God and my family, uh, and my kids. Uh, uh,
So, you have an awesome group, and it's Top 10 with me.
yeah.
How did you start it?
um, Ironically, I had a near-death experience about 6 years ago, and what I learned that day was they told me that the fitness level I was at is what helped me survive that situation, which was renal failure. And I was sitting in the hospital, and while I was in the hospital, I was just thinking about I I only worked out maybe 2 or 3 times a day. I mean, 2 or 3 times a week at the time, and I was just thinking about time invested to health. And as I said that, I was looking at the letters just came like tide, T-I-T, tide. And I was thinking, we invest into so much, like we'll go to church and you'll tithe. You go to work and you put your time in. You do everything for your kids, and we kind of tend to forget about ourselves. So I was thinking tide 10, like to health every day.
Mm.
I was like, wow, and it just stuck with me, and somebody actually owned that, so I had to with me,
Really?
WITME.
Mm-hmm.
So I started. That was my company, Tide 10 with me, and what that is actually a promise to myself that I would spend uh, some time every day working on fitness, because at the time I was going through a bout with rhabdomyolysis, and I couldn't walk for 6 months without a cane. And so what I did was I didn't have any support actually from, like I had friends who say, oh, I'll come help you get yourself back together, and then they didn't show up. And then that day went to a week, and a week to a month, and I've been sitting around not getting any better. So I just, like I said, I promised myself that I would do something every day to improve my health. And so I started walking every day with the cane, 1 block. I'm gonna take it little at a time, because I was weak as a baby.
Mm.
I would do this 1 block, walking with the cane, and then walk back home without the cane. And I would literally have to sleep for 2 to 3 hours. Like, it would wipe me out.
Wow.
So I did this every day until I could do 2 blocks. I did that every day until I could do 4 blocks. I did that every day until I could do 8 blocks. Then I just repeated same thing over and over. And then one day I was running 7 miles, and then
Running.
running 7 miles. Got my strength back. I started doing push-ups, so I started the same process again with push-ups, doing 2 push-ups a day, then 4 push-ups, and just kept doing the same thing over and over, and built myself back, to put myself back together. Excuse me. And it all stemmed from, once again, my kids seeing me and having a conversation, because I looked like I was going to pass away at the time, you know. And once I heard that and I felt that, I didn't want to become that. So I just, this was my plan on, and that's what I did. So, and then I basically just built a program, a fitness program, on that same model. So it's like, you know, you go to the gym, you tell the trainer, this is what I want to do. They work you out so hard, you go home and you like, I'm never going back to them again, you know, and you done joined, and now you done wasted
Paying your money.
Right. So my process is, it's about building you, not killing you. So it's like, if you only could do 1 push-up, let's do that 1 push-up the best you can do, and we're going to come back until we get to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we just keep going from there, instead of trying to get you to do 50 push-ups when you never done one, you know? So, and that's basically my program is just, it's about building you up little by little, using your strengths. What can you do? I can dance, let's dance until we able to do squats. You know what I'm saying? Let's, it's about movement. That's really what it's about. Like, letting movement be your medicine, you know?
I was just thinking that movement.
Yeah,
So
it's all about movement.
you can't do the same moves like you could prior to your diagnosis, but
No.
will you still use it as your medicine?
Oh, I'm doing the same thing I did in the beginning. I started over. I'm not as, there's a lot of things that I can't do right now, or I'm not able to do. I'm gonna say can't.
That you shouldn't do.
I shouldn't do. But yeah, I'm doing the same process. I'm starting over. I'm back on 10 push-ups, 20 push, you know, building until I could get to 20. You know, I'm just starting that same process over. Because I'm not gonna let nobody tell me what I can't do. I mean, my motto is F cancer, you know. So fuck cancer, and it's fuck.
I'm going to say it. Fuck cancer.
Right.
And that's you.
Yes.
Is that the push-up that you...
Yes. So this actually was when I couldn't walk for the 6 months, and I had goals of regaining my strength. This was my goal, was be able to do, I said I was going to be strong enough to do handstand push-ups, and this was actually my first handstand push-up, so I made that my logo.
That's nice. There's something on the back.
Yeah, and that's my tie 10. This is in awareness with multiple myeloma, awareness to colors, burgundy.
Time invested to health every day.
And
That's awesome.
And that's a simple motto that I think people should keep in mind. Like,
Is this mine?
Yes, that's
Okay.
yours. And it's my tie 10.
Thank you.
Time invested.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but you said you think it's a simple motto for
Yes.
people to...
To keep in mind every day that you can always do something, whether it's walk, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I haven't worked out in years. Start off with walk around your house, walk around your apartment, you know, park a little bit further away from the store before you go in. Little things, it doesn't take much for you to, you only need, you could get a good workout in a minute, you know, whether it's right before you wake up in the morning, you watching the news, before you go and jump in that shower, have your coffee. How about a minute or 2 minutes of jump rope. You know,
Jump rope is hard.
you don't even have to jump rope. You could just do high knees.
Okay.
You know, lift your knees where you acting like you jumping rope. Spinning your arms, just getting that heart going early in the morning, you know, before you spend the rest of your day. You know, you don't need the coffee to get your heart going.
True.
But some, you know, I get it. You know, but that's what I encourage a lot to my friends and family is, and everybody. If you anybody that comes out to the lake, they know the man with no shirt.
What days?
I'm out there every day.
Every day? What time?
The only days I'm not out there now is my days of chemo, which is Thursday. But I'm out there every day, 5:30 a.m., Monday through Friday. I seen that face, 5:30 a.m. Yes, 5:30 a.m.
So all I have to do is show up? Is there a registration or anything like that?
All you have to do is show up. I have everything out there. Mats.
And you have a wonderful team because I watch.
Yeah.
I just don't physically join.
It's okay. And Saturdays and Sundays, I'm out there at 7 o'clock.
7 a.m.
A.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where exactly?
Right at the pull-up bars.
Okay. Is it parking over there?
Yeah, it's free parking.
Okay. You just show up and say, I'm here.
That's it.
Let's get it done.
That's it. Just show up. And, yeah.
For both men and women.
Men and women and children.
Movement is medicine.
Movement is medicine.
So when you were talking about it, Charles, you lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And I could see that you're so passionate about it.
So my group is mainly 50 and over. I'm 51. Most of my group is, my oldest is like 83. And to help somebody who has diabetes, high blood pressure, get off their medication, that does something for me, you know. And it's I didn't say that the workout is free. I've been doing this for the last 3 years. Workout is free. I do take donations, but it's not about that. It's really about helping. I really just enjoy helping people get their life back. You know, I have people who's down 50, 60 pounds over the last 2 years. I think most of my people been there like 2 years. I have people who have been there a few weeks, few months. It's for me, it's really about helping people get that, like, if you're not able or you have support to wherever it's, just to help you go, to have that gym support, that buddy, this is like the perfect place to come. Like, it's family. It feels like everybody is family. I just call them family.
Mm-hmm.
It's very supportive. It's no badgering you. It's really about encouraging you. And I do stuff like give out trophies and awards. So it's
wow.
It's like I said, I'm there every day except my chemo days, and it's free. What more do you want?
That's big of you. And you're investing in people,
right?
And going through all of this at the same time.
Yeah. I literally get chemo, go home, go to sleep, and I wake up the next morning and I'm back out there.
Is it a form of therapy for you also?
It's definitely therapy for me. So I need it as much as they do. If not more.
So, excuse me. So through this process, you're diagnosed with cancer and you're a survivor because you're thriving.
Right.
You're living your life as though you don't have it. In the back of your mind, you're going through things, but what have you learned about yourself more so through this season than any other season?
That's a good question. Um, what I learned about myself through this season.
That you're unbothered. I mean, you got like, in a course of 5 days, you went from literal sunshine to a rainy day. And you're sitting here talking about it. Do you know the average person would probably have met their maker within those 5 days?
Um, you know, this made me feel a certain way. But no, I'm definitely bothered. And I have my moments. Well, my sister, she helps me a lot, probably more than anybody. We have, I just lost my mother not even a year ago. And my sister, I call her my mama's sister, my sister mama. She's at every chemo appointment, every doctor's, every appointment. She hasn't missed one. And we have, she give me these, we have this moment where she tell me just like, let it go, and then we're gonna let it go. But we're not gonna sit and dwell and on this, because what I learned was mindset. Your mindset is everything. If I didn't already have the mindset of getting up every day and taking care of myself before I take care of anybody else, that's what Tide 10 is really about. It's about just taking your life and you controlling it for that workout. Before you go, clock in, take care of the kids, everything else that you got going on in your day where you're not in control. That's what Tide 10 is really about. It's really about just you being in control for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because without you, none of the other things matter. What I have learned is, whether it's your job or taking care of your kids, whatever, or your family, if you taking care of your moms or anybody else, your dad, if you go down, they still got to go on. Whatever's going on, still going to go on. So you not taking care of yourself or putting yourself off one more day. I'm going to start next month once I start eating right. No, start now, because that one day can make a difference, So if what I'm doing can help you live an extra week or extra year or extra 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? So.
That's good advice. And we, as a people, just take so much for granted. And it's breaking my heart. Like, you're fighting for your life right now, but you're at the same time pleading for people to just Tide 10.
Yeah.
You are so amazing and strong.
Thank you.
I know there are many people, me being one, that would have probably punked out. You're motivating. And your sister is heaven sent, because her advice to you, not to dwell on stuff, is really good advice. And again, we take so much for granted. We dwell on a lot. If it's not our health, it's our kids, our job, and all that stuff is not even important, So you are so inspirational and motivating. Through it all. Like, I know you have so much support, but for someone that wants to support you or someone else in their life that may have recently been diagnosed or will be? What are some things that people say that you would prefer them not say, that you would maybe deem as insensitive?
Mm. Um, Wait, I might not accord that.
So, like, is it something that somebody would say, Charles, I'm so sorry that you're going through this? Is it something that would rub you the wrong way? I'm just trying to teach people, like, how to
Oh,
to empathize as best as they could, you know, because obviously this is a lot for you. And people love you and care for you, and they want to support you. But sometimes in doing all of that, we are overbearing.
oh, well, no, there's really nothing that upset me or rubbed me the wrong way because overall, I'm pretty sure that if they said something, it was meant in a good, supportive way. So, I'm not that sensitive.
Okay. Well, it's good that you're not.
Um, and I'm always in a good mood. I know every morning is a blessing. We tend to forget that just because we go to sleep in our own bed don't mean we're gonna wake up. There's no guarantee. So I, one thing about me is when I say I'm out there every day, I'm literally out there every day, rain, sleet, or snow. If you watch any of my videos, I'm out there in the rain, pouring down, thunderstorm. Sometimes I'm out there by myself. It's fine. Like either I'm out there by myself or with my group. Nowadays, my crew is kind of like me, so they show up in the rain, sleet, or snow. We don't get too much snow in Baltimore, but on the snow days that we have, I've been out there working out. And up until this year, I'm normally out there with no shirt on. So most people know me as the shirtless guy at Montebello
So even in the winter,
in the winter.
no shirt.
No shirt.
We had some cold days last winter.
It's not really that cold.
And the Farmer's Almanac says this winter is going to be really tough too.
Well, I'm wearing a shirt now only because I got to keep my immune system intact because I'm actually online right now to get stem cell surgery hopefully in the next couple of months. In the next month, my numbers are low enough. When I go get my treatment this week, hopefully they'll tell me I have a date.
Okay, so you jumped me into my next question, and that was going to be what was next for you.
Yeah, I've gotten stronger since I had back surgery to repair my crushed vertebrae from the multiple myeloma.
So is that a slow process or something that will eventually happen since your bones are being attacked?
Yeah. Well, that was the first thing that happened. Once I got diagnosed, within them 5 days, that's why I couldn't walk. So I had surgery to repair the crushed vertebrae. I think it's the way they pronounce it is gynoplasty, in which they basically put a needle into your vertebrae and blow it up with like a balloon and then insert like a liquid cement and it reinforced my spine. And I was able to walk a couple weeks later.
How was recovery for something like that?
It was excruciating.
It was.
But they say that being that I was in the physical fitness in the condition that I was in, which was phenomenal.
Still is phenomenal.
Yeah. I recovered, which the surgery don't work for everybody. But I had a good response. My body has uh, responded pretty well to all the treatments and chemo. Um, um, the doctors they look at me like I'm like amazed, like they're amazed. Like
I'm amazed.
I listen, from what they tell me I should be going through or should be experiencing, and when I tell them I'm not going through that, um, I'm blessed. I'm thankful, and uh,
I attribute it to the good condition that your body has always been in. So it pays you back, your body.
what I say is fitness heals.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is the better conditioning that your body's in, the better you are to fight off all ailments.
Mm.
You know how many times you heard the saying, his body wasn't strong enough to handle the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or that, oh, he got the surgery, but he couldn't, he didn't make it, you know. So I don't take it for granted.
So, what's getting you through all of this? I pray and I have a
Yeah.
relationship with Christ, but I don't assume for other people.
No, I pray and family, um, family and my friends, and I, I, um, I refuse to allow it. This situation, this is serious, but the mindset. It's my mindset basically is it's like what was that old different world relax, relate, release.
Oh, Whitney from a different world.
Yeah, you know, sort of like that. It's like it's like it's like going to NA. You know, it's like you can't dwell on anything. Like I know you have to like live each day and not stress your day. You know, like the stress is gonna harm you. So I just stay as positive as possible, and I'm around positive people. And once again, like my sister doesn't uh, allow me to dwell on anything. She could, we so in tune, like she could look at me and just say what's wrong, and it's she know me like a hand, like what's wrong. I see it in you. I feel it. Like so, I give it to her. We may cry for a minute, and we move it on. We move on from right there, and I don't know, and I don't know how much of my videos you watch, but every day I say affirmation in the morning, and it looks like just a regular intro, but I say the same intro every single day, and it's good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's snowing, sometimes it's freezing, sometimes it's thundering, you know. But I'm just saying, and I want people to understand that waking up is the beautiful part of the day. So I have no ill will, like no matter what I went through the night before, no matter how much pain I went through, I'm here today and I'm gonna make the best of it right now, you know. And and I ask people after I say good morning, it's a beautiful morning. I say let's look at it and show the weather, and then I'm just saying I'm about to get my workout in. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's really just hopefully it just make you just look at yourself like like what am I doing? Let me get up and do something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my whole spiel is that you don't have to do the workout I do. Because sometimes my workout is over the top.
It's very strenuous, and
Right?
for real, it intimidates me because I
And it
can't
can.
begin to do some of the
And
stuff that you're doing.
it can be intimidating, but if you look into the crowd of people that's there, you have 66-year-old men, 72, 73-year-old women. You know, everybody's different on different levels. When it looks like they've been coming forever, but it's you working out at your own pace. You know, I'm not there saying, Shawnee, you got to do more. I'm never doing that to anybody. It's like, come on, let's go. You got it. Come on. That's great. Let's go. You know, and that's really my thing is just encouraging people to give me what they got. You know, and it's never my thing is never to send you home where you like, Lord, I don't ever want to see him again. It's just really to show you like you got more in you. You know, like my thing is if most of the people that come, they never played sports in their life.
That's what I was about to say. You mentioned a different world earlier,
I didn't play
right?
sports.
But life shows you the commercials of the buff people, and everybody's doing what they're doing. It's a different world when you're actually doing the exercise. You don't just walk into the scenario and you're lifting 50 pounds
No.
and all of that. It's a work in progress. So yeah, it's a different world. There's some people that just get up and go to work.
Right.
For them to make a conscious decision that, you know what, I'm going to invest into myself.
Right.
So, and you will slow walk them into that.
Right.
All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. What else is a different world is you get this diagnosis and they tell you that you need radiation or therapy. And listening to your journey, you said radiation and chemotherapy.
Right.
And I thought it was all one.
Oh no, it's not. So radiation is where they're hitting you with radiation in high volume spots of myeloma or the cancer, where they're pinpointing, hitting that exactly. So yeah, I did a month straight. It was like I think it was a month, 30 days straight of radiation, and and I was doing chemotherapy at the same time. And chemotherapy is, I thought they would just go get a bag of chemo or whatever it was, the
Like
drugs.
on an IV or
Yeah,
something?
it is an IV. They do put it in an IV,
Mm-hmm.
but it's each bag of chemotherapy is specifically for you. Like I could die if I took your chemo, or if could die from taking my chemo,
Wow.
because it goes off of your weight, your blood, your white blood cell count, your red blood cell, all the different things that they check for in your blood when they and then they make each bag of chemo for you right then and there. Like, so it's never like, oh, you can't just go get your bag of chemo.
It's not sitting on the
No,
shelf.
no. I never knew that even. So it's made so if you come in and get your blood drawn, it's going to take about 45 minutes for them to make your bag of chemo. And with that, the IV they put in you, and then different specific drugs that they're going to give you to take. So I get a bag, I get the chemo, I take about 10 pills of I'll get all the names
I don't
wrong.
know, but you went
Dex.
live one
Right,
time
so
right before you.
right, so I'm always putting videos up showing me taking my chemo, and it's like 10 pills, and then I get you got to get some fluids, and then you get your chemo, and then I'm getting a shot in my stomach. Um, yeah, so it's like 4 different things that they have to do to complete your chemo. It takes about 2 or 3 hours, depending. And honestly, most people that get it, they're down for 2 to 3 days, maybe more. I actually been blessed where um, I, I kind of recover pretty quick. This last cycle, so I'm on my 3rd, 4th cycle, and now when I get chemo, I used to go 2 to 3 times a week. Now I go once a week, and every other week I get sick. So I have a bad reaction to where, so last week I got my chemo, and I got sick immediately. And most of the time, I let my sister know how I'm feeling, and she takes me to the hospital. And normally they basically have to balance me out with some fluids, and sleep for a couple hours, and then I'm back home. But since since they had to aggressively attack my myeloma, because they found out when they found out I was in advanced stage 3, so we had a short window, and they're attacking so aggressively, they had to increase the chemo, and it's really strong. And when they give it to me, I can taste it, I can feel it, like going through my body. And this time, I didn't recover as fast, so I had to stay in the hospital for 2 days. And it was mainly because I feel like sometimes like I put so much on my sister that I didn't want to tell her, like, every time something's wrong. So
I wanted to tell you something.
Yeah.
Like, everybody has a purpose in life.
yeah,
Everybody does. And we also have a journey that's predestined. Our steps are ordered. So your sister, God orchestrated all of this, and your sister was assigned to this task. And it's not a burden to her, because it's something that brings her joy to be able to help you.
no,
So don't ever feel like you're putting too much on anybody that's in your immediate circle, because we all have assignments. And I doubt very seriously that she would ever have a day to complain about what it is that she's doing for her brother. It brings her so much joy,
right,
even though to you it's probably like, oh my gosh, it's this, it's that. To her, that's a memory.
yeah,
That's a memory.
yeah. And no, that's what she said. She said the same thing. But some days, like I say, I go through some mental challenges myself. And a lot of times I do feel like Superman, and I feel great, and I look good. Like, the doctors see me and say, man, you don't even look like you sick at all. And once again, mindset, let me go back to mindset again, is my daughter and my son came in for my birthday. We took a picture, and she posted, and everybody's like, "Oh, y'all look good,"
I saw that.
right? But what I seen was, look, something's wrong. So I said to my daughter, "Send me the pictures that we took." And she took a long time to send the pictures. And when she sent the picture, I kept saying, "Send the picture, not send the picture." She finally sent the picture. When she sent it, I zoomed in, and when I looked at it, I can show you the picture. I could see my eyes sunk in. I could see how small my neck was, and I just looked sick. And I know it's from the chemo, because the chemo causes you to, that's where a lot of people lose their life from, is that the chemo will make you lose your appetite. It'll make you not have taste for food, lose your taste buds. And it did that to me. And when I seen the picture, what I did was I just made a decision that I'm going to eat every 2 hours, regardless if I could taste the food or not, because I couldn't taste the food for like a month straight. I couldn't. No matter what I did to the food, I couldn't taste anything. So I know what I'm eating. I know I just made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I know I just made this rice. I'm just going to eat it, because I should still get the nutritional value of it. Let me just eat every 2 hours, and before I went to bed every night for a whole month straight, I ate a pint of ice cream. Pint, and gained all my weight back. I was down to 146 pounds. I'm back to 183, and
So, if you had to motivate somebody that found out yesterday, today, whenever, that they were diagnosed with multiple myeloma or just cancer in general, how would you encourage them?
I would tell them to fight like they trying to save the ones they love from heartache, or from the worst pain that they will ever feel. Seeing my kid's face when I was in the hospital, or when they thought I was going to die, was like the worst pain. And just losing my mom, it's like the worst pain. So I refuse to die from something that I can change. Like if they just told me I had diabetes and I need to change my diet would be changed the next morning. And that's a lot of, well, as black people, that's what we die from the most. Like, it's simple steps. They the red pill or the blue pill, it's like they give you that choice all the time. Like, you can take this pill, which is going to kill some other organs, or you can put some fitness and start eating healthy. What do you want to do? Most people take their pills.
Because it's a lazy mindset. I don't
Right.
want to call people lazy, but just a lazy way of thinking.
But they didn't hear that the pill is going to kill other organs in your body. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, I mean, I would just encourage them to fight. Like, for me, I love my kids more than anything, and I would do anything just to see them smile, just to see them happy. So, if I gotta fight harder than I ever fought ever in my life to make sure they good, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
So you mentioned that your workout class is for free. How could people support you if they wanted to support you?
I don't know if my GoFundMe is
The
still
GoFundMe,
Yeah,
I'll list that,
right.
and I'll make sure that everybody knows that.
Well, you can Cash App, Venmo.
And you'll give me your Cash
Yeah, I'll
App
give
and
you
your
all
Venmo?
that,
Okay,
you
that will
know,
be included also.
Because honestly, since my diagnosis, I've lost all streams of income. I haven't been able to work. I was a barber, traveling barber. Even the strangest thing is that I'm allowed to like be outside around people, but I really can't be indoors around people because of my
Your
immune system. And being close to having stem cell, so they don't want you to get close to having any type of infection can take you out. Yeah. So it's been rough, but
Okay, so I will provide all the information to get you as much support as you need, and your sister as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Really, I do. And it was a lot. It was heavy, the heaviest of conversations that I've had since I had desired to do this podcast. And I don't take it for granted. I love you. And I do appreciate you coming and hanging out.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It's a big deal, and it's not talked about. And for you to step up and be willing to share that with me is big. So I want to thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I want to encourage people to take Charles up on his offer to type 10 with him. I will disclose the location in this video. And I want to thank you for joining us here at the Hidden Parts Podcast. I am Sean Monet once again, and I'd like for you to subscribe, like, share, but more importantly, come back. Until next time, bye. The Hidden Parts Podcast is so proud of Charles and his accomplishments. He works hard to remind us to invest in our health every day. So, would you join us by investing in him today? You can do so at gofund.me/4E970294 or Cash App $PayCharlesMC or purchase Type 10 with Me apparel at my-store-1002647.creator-spring.com. Hi, friends. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Please remember to subscribe, follow, like, and share. You can also find out more about us, the Hidden Parts Podcast, as well as watch this recording and many others at my website, www.the-inner.me. Bye.